Hello everyone, I'm Dr. John Gurban, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Today I want to speak about the rise and fall of Nokia. I hope you like this video. Okay. This video tries to find Nokia's problems from different angles and analyzes Nokia's strategic issues. I'm using the data, method, and research developed by Harvard University, Portland University, and University of New York. I hope that the final conclusion of this video can provide a reference for the development of your own business or help you to start your own business. Okay. With the rapid development of communication technology, mobile terminals have evolved from the simple communication product with only a single call function to the mobile communication devices with multiple functions. As an example, in this figure, you can see the evolution of the mobile phone between 1983 to 2017. I think many of you have memories with these mobile phones. I myself have memories too. Okay, let's focus on Nokia. Nokia is a multinational company established in Finland in 1865. Nokia had officially entered the mobile phone market in 1982. In the 1990s, with the reduction of mobile phone manufacturing costs and volume reduction, Nokia realized that people's demand for mobile phones would experience explosive growth. As you can see in this figure, we can divide the development of mobile phones, especially for Nokia, into three stages, as you can see. The first stage is the change in volume. The mobile phone has evolved from the original large mobile phone to a convenient device that can be controlled by one hand. The second stage is the color change. The mobile phone screen changes from only showing black and white to showing different colors. And then there are different kinds of innovative mobile phones, such as camera phones, music phones. The third stage is the emergence of smartphones, which change from a closed operating system to an open operating system, which can implement a variety of extended functional applications. Nokia has achieved great success in the first stage mentioned above, allowing most people to enjoy convenient small phones. However, Nokia phone did not maintain its competitiveness for a long time and finally had to give up. When you want to perform the fundamental analysis for a company scientifically, it is essential to focus on different factors. One of them is the production of the company. Let's take a look at it. In this figure, as you can see, the number of mobile phones produced by Nokia in each year from 1990 to 2012 are shown. In this figure, you can also see the performance of other companies such as Apple or Samsung. The vertical axis shows the number of mobile phones produced per year, and the horizontal axis shows the years. Each company also shows with a color. You can easily see the brilliant performance of Nokia, blue line, in this figure. But you can see that after 2007, some issues happened in the production of Nokia in comparison with other companies such as Samsung. After 2007, you can easily see the reduction of production for Nokia, and you can see the excellent performance of Samsung. A really sharp performance. Please pay attention that the orange line on the bottom is related to Apple. You can also see increase in the production of Apple in these years. But what happened in 2007 that made problem for Nokia? As you can see, from 1992 to 2006, Jorma Ollila was the CEO of Nokia. Ollila's leadership led Nokia to be the #1 mobile phone manufacturer in the world by 1998, and continued in the lead until he left in 2006. After Ollila, Kalasvuo was chosen for the CEO of the company, and some researchers believe that it was the beginning of the problems in 2007 for Nokia. The new CEO implemented another cultural change by focusing on control due to the logistic crisis and shifting the ownership from traditional Finnish investors to international investors and to American mutual funds with short-term profit expectations, as well as aggressive and active policies. This strategic change was Kalasvuo's vision. He once said, "There is no way on earth this country, Finland, could own Nokia, even if every penny of every investor in Finland was put into Nokia stock. The Finnish could hold perhaps 25% of the company. So we had to go to the biggest capital market in the world." With his vision and background, Kalasvuo was considered the right CEO to deal with the financial markets and production optimizations. So everything seemed to be okay. Even if we look at some data at the beginning of his work, around 2007, no serious problem can be seen, but there were several problems underneath. Let's take a look at some important data. In this figure, as you can see the amount of money Nokia used in the research and development section between 1990 to 2012. You should pay attention that the backbone of big companies are their R&D sections. R&D means research and development. The vertical axis shows the amount of money and the horizontal axis shows the years. It is clearly seen that between 2006 to 2008, a lot of money used for research. So at the beginning of the work of Kołłąsów, no problem can be seen in research part. In the next figure, which is related to the top figure, number of patents presented by Nokia are reported. These patents can be considered as the results of R&D section. Again, it is clearly seen that between 2006 to 2008, the number of patents presented in each year increased and no important problems can be found. But the key question, research on what? That was one of the key problems of Nokia in those years. Research on the wrong item, maybe. In those years, in R&D sections, it was focused on smartphone, which was logical, no problem with that. But there were problems in their research. Roughly speaking, the problem with the new CEO was that he was not a fit in managing the market changes and the innovation disruption, especially in comparison with the CEO of Apple or the CEO of Samsung. This gap has reflected on his vision towards the smartphone's disruption, which obviously caused the downward spiral in the overall Nokia's market share. Please take a look again at this figure and compare Nokia let me show you. Okay. And compare Nokia, Samsung and Apple to see the differences after 2007. In fact, Nokia's market share fell from 39% in 2009 to 28% by the end of 2010. Apparently, this was the reason that led to replacing Kołłąsów with Stephen Elop in 2010, who was the first CEO from outside of Nokia. We will talk more about the new CEO Elop in other parts. Okay. Another problem for Nokia was related to the operating system of Nokia's smartphones known as Symbian. As you know, each phone has its own operating system, OS. The Symbian OS was good at the beginning, but not good enough in comparison with Android or iOS. Let's talk about it scientifically. Nokia approached the smartphones market since 2003, but its N95 in 2007, as you can see in this picture, was considered as the first real smartphone powered by Symbian OS. Although the core strengths of the Symbian-powered devices characterized in its technological dominance, such as better camera, Bluetooth, 3G connectivity. However, they did not offer such exciting user interface as Apple's iOS or Android. This might be the key reason for falling Nokia. Please pay attention. In other words, the Symbian OS failed in creating an ecosystem and providing enough applications for its users, since its developers did not understand that the basic functions were not enough in the growing smartphone market. The Symbian failed due to reasons such as outdated interface, lack of applications, and outdated browsers. So, Nokia had to do something. As I mentioned before, in 2010, new CEO was selected for Nokia, Stephen Elop. A new CEO, Elop, decided to eliminate Symbian. He, like us, found a problem. As you can see in this figure, the yellow line shows the usage of Symbian. Please pay attention, the yellow line, the yellow graph. The horizontal axis shows the years. You can see the elimination of Symbian in these years. In 2011, Nokia announced a partnership with Microsoft to bring together the respective corresponding assets and expertise of both parties to build a new global mobile ecosystem for smartphones. Windows Phone OS. Unfortunately, Nokia, by all its models, proved that the decision to switch to Windows Phone OS was a misguided strategic decision. The failure in nailing the smartphones market based on the strategic partnership with Microsoft is in fact associated with the failure of the Windows Phone OS itself. The market share of Windows Phone OS has never exceeded 4%. Unbelievable. In fact, this share continued to drop quarter by quarter until it was 0% of market share in 2016. There were several reasons why Microsoft's mobile business failed to take off. Maybe that was too late to the game, and the emerging market didn't respond the way Microsoft designed, planned, and expected. In this figure, as you can see, the reflection of Elop's strategy can be clearly seen in the downward performance of Nokia compared to Samsung and Apple. In fact, everything is obvious. Okay. In the last figure, this figure, the Nokia's net profit or loss between 2009 to 2012 is shown. One of the key parameters in fundamental analysis of a company is the net profit of it. The profit or loss in million euros are shown in vertical axis. The horizontal axis shows the years. In horizontal axis, 09 means 2009 or 10 means 2010. Let me. Okay, as you can see, the horizontal axis now. Okay, you can see that Nokia's net loss for 2 years, 2011 and 2012, is about 4,000 million euros. The fall of Nokia. Okay. Conclusions and lessons for us. Nokia failed in the phone market because it ignored the market, competitors, and needs of his customers. In addition, the company was not using excellent operating system. Nokia's story tells us that there is no eternal king. The rapid development of the internet age makes consumers face new things every day. Mobile phones are highly integrated products with the internet. We cannot ignore the rapid changes in the market. Industry giants must also adjust their R&D direction in time to keep up with changes in consumer demand. Besides, it is important to develop new competitive advantages based on consumer needs. It is not known when the existing advantages will be replaced by other companies, just like Nokia's mobile phones are defeated by iOS and Android systems. Only with strong adaptation, companies can survive in fierce competition. Okay, I hope you like this video and have a nice day. Thanks for watching this video.